Many people believe that saving money consistently leads to financial security. However, without a strategic plan, those savings can quickly lose value due to inflation and missed investment opportunities. This means your current approach might be undermining your long-term financial goals without you realizing it. By the way, this channel shares one thoughtful insight like this every day. If this perspective is useful, consider subscribing. In recent years, the integration of artificial intelligence into decision-making processes has accelerated at an unprecedented pace. From financial markets to healthcare diagnostics, machine algorithms are shaping choices that were once the exclusive domain of human judgment. This shift raises urgent questions about the risks involved in delegating critical decisions to machines, especially as these systems become more autonomous and complex. One significant risk lies in the opacity of many AI models, often described as black boxes. Investors or consumers may rely on AI-driven recommendations without fully understanding the rationale behind them. For example, an AI system might suggest reallocating an investment portfolio based on patterns it detects in market data. If the user lacks insight into the model's assumptions or potential biases, they might accept advice that aligns poorly with their risk tolerance or long-term objectives. This disconnect can exacerbate financial vulnerabilities rather than mitigate them. Moreover, the speed and scale at which AI systems operate can amplify systemic risks. In financial markets, algorithmic trading can trigger rapid sell-offs or buy-ins, sometimes leading to flash crashes that human traders cannot respond to quickly enough. The 2010 flash crash, where the Dow Jones Industrial Average plunged dramatically in minutes before rebounding, exemplifies how automated systems interacting without sufficient oversight can destabilize markets. As AI becomes more embedded in economic infrastructure, similar events could become more frequent or severe. Beyond finance, AI's influence on healthcare decisions illustrates another dimension of this challenge. Machine learning models assist in diagnosing diseases or recommending treatments, often providing results faster than human practitioners. However, errors or biases in training data can lead to misdiagnoses, disproportionately affecting marginalized groups. The ethical implications here go beyond financial risk, highlighting the need for transparency, accountability, and human oversight in AI applications. Finally, the increasing dependence on AI raises questions about skill degradation among professionals. If decision-makers rely heavily on algorithms, they may lose critical judgment abilities over time. This erosion of expertise could be detrimental in scenarios where AI systems fail or encounter novel situations outside their training scope. Maintaining a balance between leveraging AI's strengths and preserving human expertise is essential for resilient decision-making frameworks. Another important consideration is the regulatory landscape surrounding AI deployment. Currently, many jurisdictions lack comprehensive frameworks to govern AI use, particularly in high-stakes sectors like finance and healthcare. This regulatory gap creates uncertainty about liability when AI-driven decisions cause harm or significant losses. For instance, if an AI algorithm mismanages a pension fund, leading to substantial client losses, it remains unclear who bears responsibility: the developers, the financial institution, or the end users. Without clear accountability mechanisms, stakeholders may be hesitant to fully trust or adopt AI solutions, which can slow innovation or lead to uneven adoption rates. In addition, data privacy concerns intersect with AI's decision-making role. Many AI models depend on vast amounts of personal data to generate accurate recommendations. This reliance raises risks related to data breaches, unauthorized use, and potential discrimination based on sensitive attributes. For example, an AI underwriting system in insurance might inadvertently discriminate against certain demographic groups if its training data reflects historical biases. Such outcomes not only undermine fairness, but also expose companies to legal and reputational risks. Developing AI systems that are both effective and compliant with data protection laws requires sophisticated data governance strategies and ongoing monitoring. Furthermore, the international dimension of AI adoption complicates global coordination efforts. Different countries have varying priorities, ethical standards, and technological capabilities, which can lead to fragmented AI ecosystems. This fragmentation may hinder information sharing and create inconsistent safeguards against misuse. For example, An AI-driven financial product approved in one region might be banned or heavily restricted in another due to differing risk assessments or regulatory standards. As AI technologies transcend borders, harmonizing policies and fostering international cooperation will be critical to managing risks while maximizing benefits. Finally, the societal implications of widespread AI decision-making extend to workforce dynamics. Automation of complex tasks may displace professionals in fields like financial analysis, medical diagnostics, or legal advising. While AI can enhance productivity, it also demands new skill sets, including AI literacy and oversight capabilities. This transition challenges educational institutions and employers to reskill affected workers, ensuring they remain relevant in an AI-augmented economy. Failure to address these workforce shifts could exacerbate economic inequality and social unrest, underscoring the need for proactive policy responses alongside technological innovation. Another dimension to consider is the psychological impact on individuals who increasingly depend on AI for critical decisions. When people defer judgment to machines, they may experience reduced confidence in their own abilities, leading to a phenomenon known as automation complacency. This mindset can result in less vigilance, making users more susceptible to errors if the AI system malfunctions or provides flawed advice. For example, a financial advisor relying too heavily on an AI-driven forecasting tool might overlook contextual factors like geopolitical events or sudden market shifts that the model cannot fully capture. Cultivating a healthy skepticism and continuous critical engagement with AI outputs is therefore vital to prevent over-reliance. Moreover, the design and deployment of AI systems often reflect the values and priorities of their creators, which can embed systemic biases into decision-making processes. In finance, for instance, AI models trained on historical lending data may perpetuate discriminatory lending patterns against minority applicants. This not only raises ethical concerns but also has practical implications for market access and economic mobility. Addressing these embedded biases requires deliberate efforts in dataset curation, algorithmic auditing, and inclusive design practices. In parallel, the competitive advantage gained by organizations that effectively harness AI can lead to increasing market concentration. Large firms with access to vast data resources and advanced computing infrastructure can refine their AI models continuously, creating barriers to entry for smaller players. This dynamic risks exacerbating monopolistic tendencies in critical sectors such as finance and healthcare, potentially limiting consumer choice and innovation. Policymakers must grapple with how to foster a level playing field that encourages responsible AI development without stifling competition. Additionally, AI's role in decision-making intersects with issues of explainability and user trust. Transparent AI models that provide interpretable justifications for their recommendations are more likely to gain acceptance among users and regulators. Techniques such as explainable AI, XAI, aim to demystify complex algorithms, enabling stakeholders to understand and contest decisions when necessary. Without such transparency, AI systems risk becoming black boxes that alienate users and inhibit informed consent, especially in contexts involving sensitive or high-stakes outcomes. Lastly, the dynamic nature of AI models poses challenges for ongoing validation and adaptation. Market conditions, medical knowledge, or legal frameworks evolve, and AI systems must be continually updated to reflect current realities. Failure to do so can render AI recommendations obsolete or harmful over time. Establishing robust monitoring mechanisms and feedback loops is essential to ensure AI remains effective, accurate, and aligned with societal values as it integrates deeper into decision-making processes. In confronting the challenges before us, it becomes clear that responsibility cannot be deferred or diluted. Every choice carries weight, shaping not only immediate outcomes, but the framework within which future decisions will unfold. Upholding core values demands deliberate attention to the consequences that extend beyond convenience or short-term gain. The trade-offs we accept today define the ethical and practical boundaries of tomorrow's society. Recognizing this interconnectedness invites a sober reflection on what we prioritize and the standards we set for collective action. It is